Hey everybody, it's Pop Charms here. Today's going for my very first tutorial. I'm going to be showing you guys how to make these realistic cupcakes, which turn out super adorable, and they are amazing. They're super easy to do, and I just wanted to show you guys how to do them. So for the materials, you'll be needing some chalk pastels, and you can obviously use a makeup palette if you want. You'll also be needing some glue and a toothbrush, as well as a star tip of some kind. I'm using number 27, but you can obviously use number 14, which is probably the most common one. You'll also be needing a brush and a cupcake base. Now, if you guys want a tutorial on how to make your own cupcake base without a mold, go ahead and comment it down below. And you'll also be needing, that's it, never mind. Okay, so go ahead and take some colored clay or maybe translucent if you want to make it translucent wrapper, but I'm using brown for the cupcake base, so go ahead and push it into the mold, and taking some colored clay that you want for the cupcake, take that and push it onto the base like so, and make sure you get it all around the all on top of the base like so, and it should look something like this. Yeah, and then you're gonna go ahead and take your toothbrush and start texturing it. And I just fast forwarded this part because nobody really needs to know how to texture. It's pretty self-explanatory, and it should look a little something like this once you're done. And let's see if it'll focus. And yeah, the next thing that you're gonna need is and just retouching some things. Next thing you're gonna need to do is make your frosting. So what I love about this is that using glue is super cheap. Obviously, this is like a cheaper alternative to TLS. So you just take some chalk pastels, and since I'm using a brown wrapper, I decided to match it and use some brown chalk pastels. So I shaved that, and taking my excuse me, sorry, my glue, you can just squeeze that out, and this is super easy cleanup too, so you can just peel it off once it's dry if you need to, which is why I love this, and it works just like TLS except for the fact that it's air dry. And then go ahead and start mixing all of this together. And it should look something like this. And I stole this technique from XOX Rufus, so I'm not a master at this, but basically if you want to watch, it looks a little bit something like this. And I'm just going to continue doing that until I get it all covered. So once you've finished getting on all the drizzle that you've wanted, it should look a little bit something like this. Now you can obviously add as much drizzle as you want or as little drizzle. I added a little bit more. Next, taking your star tip, go ahead and put some clay in there. And this is pretty dried out clay, which is why it doesn't really stick. But you just want to push it out until you get about this much. And then go ahead and take it off and pinch them together. Sorry for, you probably can't see that, but I just went ahead and pinched them so that it creates this sort of whipped cream dollop. And go ahead and place that right on top. Now I forgot to add this part, but you can obviously add an eye pin if you want to make this a charm. So once you're done, it should look a little bit something like this. Now you can obviously leave it in the mold and bake it, but since I'm using cold porcelain, I'm just going to go ahead and pop it out. And yes, it did fall a little bit, but since it didn't really do anything, because it was already partly dry. So it should look a little bit something like this, and I think these turned out super cute, and they turned out really, really amazing. So don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Bye!